This segment on Fox Michiana's 574 and More is sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Calvin Johnson. And welcome back. We are joined with Calvin Johnson and Edward Thomas. They are here to talk about a benefit that will help the homeless. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on.
Okay, so State Farm, in conjunction with Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, we've come together to do Sleep Out for the Homeless. There's too many homeless people out there who do not have the items that they need to survive during the winter. So our goal is to stuff a bus this weekend. So we're going to be sleeping out from 3 p.m. today until around the clock till 3 p.m. on Sunday. And we need to stuff that bus with all kind of items such as coats, hats, thermal underwear, boots, gloves, you name it, toiletries. If you think you need it for surviving outside, they need it too.
Right. Correct. And about how many homeless are we looking at here in the area?
Right now in South Bend alone, we're looking over 1,500 homeless people right now, just during this early start of the winter. And like Calvin said, we will be sleeping out for 3 days continuously. We'll be doing live streams on social media. You can follow us at South Bend Sigmas. You'll see us day and night just seeing what we're doing and keeping up with things. And we're also taking cash donations to help further needs, get further goods for the homeless. And like you said, we're also trying, besides the hats, gloves, and socks, we're also trying to raise 1,914 pairs of socks to give out to the homeless shelters like Weather Amnesty and Hope Ministries.
Yeah, and so the socks, that's a very important piece.
Correct.
Yeah,
because with homeless folks, when they're outside walking and stuff, the socks get sweaty and wet. That can actually cause hypothermia to the feet. So we want to give them fresh pairs of socks to change into, so they keep their feet warm. It's also cushioning for their shoes.
Right. Now, what if somebody watching right now wants to get involved with this? What can they do?
Come down to 812 East Jefferson Boulevard, and to bring items to help stuff the bus. And so if it's going to be used items, it should be gently used. If it's new items, it's needed for all sizes for both men and women. And so the sky is the limit. Because if you've ever spent a little time with the homeless, you know some are homeless because they're veterans and PTSD. Some are suffering from mental health issues, and the list just goes on. Some people are just simply down on their luck. And then as a community with State Farm in the neighborhood of good, it's all about giving back to people and helping people. Correct. And that's why we partner with my fraternity to make sure that this happens. It's a big deal. We did it last year. We exceeded our goal, and we expect to exceed this year's goal of $3,000 in addition to all the socks, the coats, and everything else they need.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. My question is, do you want new items? Do you want gently used clothes and shoes?
We're looking for new items and some gently used things. Like I said, if you don't think you would hand it down to somebody else, then those are items we want. But if it's something gently used that you think somebody else can wear, then we will take those items as well. And we are looking for new items to go for the homeless as well.
Hats, gloves, coats, socks,
toiletries,
shoes,
and
then toiletries.
Thermal underwear. I mean, that's a big deal. Because think about it. The library, which would be their haven after 8 o'clock in the morning, is now moved to the opposite side of town for 2 years. So they don't have a place to go. Downtown merchants don't really appreciate the homeless. They're almost an eyesore to their business. So we have to create ways that if they have to be outside, then let's make sure that they're covered. Because even some people, if you meet them, you wonder why their fingers are amputated or they have toes that are amputated. It's simply because of being outside and the bad weather.
Yeah. And this is the time of the year where it's very needed. So you guys got a bus.
We got the bus.
Yeah, and we want to fill the bus.
We got to stuff the bus.
Correct. Yeah.
We need to really stuff the bus. In every area of the bus, we wanted stuff with all of these items. We got to go to the Weather Amnesty Center the other day and to look into their pantry to see what they had. They didn't.
Oh.
And so that's it right there. The need is great.
Right.
And so we got to make sure that that we take care of the less fortunate. That's the whole goal.
Right. And so just once again, the partnership between you guys, how can people get involved? When is it? Where is it? And I know we had a graphic on the screen a little bit earlier to tell people, but there it is, Sleep Out the Homeless, and just give us the recap.
It's at Calvin Johnson State Farm office at 812 East Jefferson Boulevard. We'll begin sleeping out today at 3 p.m. all the way around the clock to 3 p.m. on Sunday. We're looking for new and gently used items for the homeless. They could be toiletries, coats, hats, you name it. If you got questions, my phone number is 574-288-4883. And then we also have a Cash App That is Cash App at $NewEpsilonSigma.com.
Very nice, and I think that might be right there on the screen, so we had it up so they could write it down for you. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. Such a great cause this time of year. Best of luck to you, and I hope it's a great success.
Thank you.
God bless for what you're doing. That's amazing.
Yep.
Thank you.
And after the break, Jackie Sharpley sat down with Butcher Bob from Lit It as he shows us a new way to set up your crock pots. You're going to want to see this.